which means we can see a festival of overtaking when we get to the grand final. But this is the final heat about to get ready to go. After this, we do have the semi-finals where we will start setting the grid, getting ready and building up to the main event, which should be coming round in not too long, not too far off.
Rachel on the streamer says, leave me alone, Russ. Now, Rach, all it is, right, I miss you. It's as simple as that. Please come back. Please come back. We miss you. So I'm not going to leave you alone because it's great to have you on the chat. And yeah, we got loads of stuff coming in on the chat as well. There's a few questions coming in. SJB Racing, my best lap round Warrington is a 102.201. You are a person after my own heart because that's about my fastest lap time as well. Hence the hot lap keeps getting referred to as a lukewarm lap. But hey, here we go.
Yeah, some decent times been put in at the moment. 62 seems to be about where some people are. 62 seems to be where a couple of people are. I will say my PB is just a little bit quicker than a 62. Managed to get round to the into the 1 minute bracket, but I'm still chasing that elusive 59. I've not had it for not been anywhere close to it recently, but 1 minute 0.7 is mine. So I'm about 7-8 tenths to find to join that 59 club that we're going to hopefully be adding quite a few members to later on today. But the grid now up, and it is home driver Jacob Lammers who's going to start on the front of the grid. Tyrone Masters, Cassidy Southall, also known as Nitro, Arthur Way, Rory Hamilton, Ilya off P6, Charlie Blenkinsop, Ross Spencer, Freddie Farrell, Charlie Bradburn, Arthur Frey complete your 11 kart grid as they head through the top section of the circuit. The 34 leads them down towards the start-finish line. Hopefully they're nice and packed together as we wait to see if we're going to go green this time. Lights are yellow, they go green. Now we are racing at Teamsport Warrington, last of the heat, and it's home driver Jacob Lammers who holds the advantage as they head in towards the first couple of corners, but he's looking over his shoulder already because Tyrone Masters is trying to throw it down the inside. One of the wild cards from Crawley is absolutely flying already. Cassidy Southall on the back bumper of them as well, thinking about a move, with the top three starting to build a small gap. Top five, my correction there, starting to build a nice little gap with the 26 Ilya Velko in there as well as they head up towards the top section of the circuit. Looks like Jacob Lammers just starting to build a little bit of a buffer now to the 31 of Tyrone Masters, who has their rear bumper covered in the back of Cassidy Southall as they fire down the down ramp and head through the fastest corner in indoor karting. It's the 34, the 31, the 28 and the 37, faster than I can read them as they drop down. You can see that 34 is just building the gap as down the inside goes the 28. Southall looks for the move. They're not quite close enough to go for it. They're going to have to be careful. The 37 away is just on the outside. Big dive there from the 26 of Rory Hamilton there. That was a fantastic move to be able to get that. Sorry, that's Ilya Velko who's gone up a position there. It was a very late dive, but they managed to make the position there. 36 of Rory Hamilton's also fallen down the order as off the back of the grid. Arthur Frey's made up a position. He's up to P10 already, but still out in front. Jacob Lammers has a 1.1 second advantage as behind Masters Southall are starting to tear chunks out of each other for second place.
What Jacob Lammers really got going for him here is that Tyrone and Cassidy are absolutely battling it out. There's no doubt that Tyrone Masters is having to drive very defensively to keep Cassidy behind, and it's allowing Jacob, who when he left that grid was really looking behind him, and I was really concerned there that he was going to go backwards. But look at the lead that he's got now. It's absolutely huge. Biggest lead that we have seen so far this morning. And look at 26 is on the inside. 26 really going for it. Surely Ilya's going to make that stick. And yes, absolutely brilliant. And 31 has gone a bit wide. 31 has gone wide and he's lost another one. No, it's all gone wrong.
So in the space of a couple of corners, Masters has gone from second down to fourth place. Great move from Ilya Velko in the 26 there on an absolute charge here. Cassidy Southall did get back up into third place as they headed down towards the mares section. Now Tyrone Masters is being troubled now by Arthur Way just behind for that's P4 at the moment, but all of this fighting is just allowing Jacob Lammers to check out at the front. 2.7 seconds is the gap at the moment. Looks like there's a little bit of a jostling behind. I believe that was behind the 31 of Tyrone Masters there as they now head down the ramp It is still it's Lammers, Velico, Southall there. Looks like the 27 and the 36 away, and Hamilton are having a good fight. You can hear the crowd cheering the drivers as they drop down. Great to have lots of spectators supporting the drivers who've come from all around the country to race here in one of the biggest events in indoor karting. But there is a massive pack of about 6 or 7 drivers, all fighting over 6th place at the moment. Only about a tenth or so between them as we head to the halfway point of this heat. Fantastic racing out in front, but Lammers with the lead as they come over the line. We'll see what that gap is now. Gap up to 3 seconds now. He's also bagged the fastest lap of the race, a 1:07.2, about 4 tenths better than anyone's managed so far. Up into second place, though, Velico is going to try and get their foot down and pull away from Southall behind.
Great job, Jacob Lammers, great job. And after that magnificent overtaking manoeuvre, 2 drivers in the space of a lap. Ilya, really, can he close that gap down? There's no doubt he's got the overtaking ability. We saw that twice in 1 lap. Jacob Lammers has got such a big lead, the biggest lead we've seen so far in BIKC. But can Ilya make any impression on that lead in the next? There's good couple, only about halfway, just over halfway through. There's a good couple of laps that are left here, and also in the oh, here we go, hang on, we've
got Arthur Wade trying to make the way past the 31 of Tyrone Masters. Just showed the nose down the inside. He wasn't quite able to make the move. Stick the 31 just holds on in 4th place there as they fire down the start-finish straight. Looks like Lammers backed off the pace a little bit. He's about 3 tenths down on that lap compared to his personal best, but gap up to 3.7 seconds as this massive pack of cadets all fighting over 4th place head through the bottom section of the circuit. It's just a slipstream train at the moment, led by the 31 of Tyrone Masters, and you can see they're starting to fall away from Southall, who's up in 3rd place. Looks like Southall and Velico are getting quite close in front as we watch the fight over 4th place, as you've got literally the rest of the pack nose to tail as they go up the small ramp through the top hairpin. It's a decent overtaking spot if you can make the move into this hairpin here. So we wait to see the drivers fire through. They all come through in single file. There's nothing to separate these cadets as they come down the down ramp to notch up what is probably going to be lap 5 of maybe 1 or 2 more as they head through the chicane. Masters still just about hanging on, while just in front you can just see Velico is still in front in 2nd place. Masters under a lot of pressure here. Looks like the 36 of Rory Hamilton is trying to make a move on Arthur Ways. They head through the 3rd hairpin and go over the start-finish line on what is probably going to be the final lap of the heats.
Brilliant stuff. Also in the chat, SJB Racing. By the way, I'm 12 getting a 1:02. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. I'll tell you what, I've done so many laps of this circuit and I'm still only a 1:02, if I'll be absolutely honest. So you are doing absolutely brilliant. Keep those lap times coming down. Okay, here we go. Back to the race. Jacob Lammers leading, and the gap, which I said might come down, has done absolutely the opposite. It has gone up to 4.5 seconds. Easily the biggest gap we've seen so far. So Jacob Lammers making a late claim to be one of the best drivers that we have got out there racing this morning. Ilya with those fantastic overtaking manoeuvres in 2nd. Cassidy Southall is in 3rd, but here we go. We've got a real gaggle of drivers going to charge down here to what is usually the biggest overtaking spot on the course. We've got driving number 37, Arthur Wade, took a very wide line. He's got to tuck in the inside. 36 is having none of it. Absolutely brilliant stuff. 37 just in front, Arthur Wade there as they go through. But a checker flag has gone out, and Jacob Lammers has absolutely destroyed the opposition, I would say, on that last heat, and comfortably goes in there with a 5.8 second lap time, a fastest lap to a 1:06.882. I think that is the quickest so far. I think that 1:06.8 is, that's up there anyway. That is up there with the fastest lap times. Great racing. Yeah, that's not the fastest. It's getting very close to it, but it's quite impressive to see how Tyrone Masters managed to hang on the pressure behind. But like we said,
you can see just make one tiny little mistake and it can just invite a driver down the inside. Arthur Wade tried to go for a move down the inside, and it just allowed Rory Hamilton to move on to the racing line and just sweep past for 5th place. That was a fantastic move by the 36 to take over 6th position there. But win going the way, Jacob Lammers, home driver, taking the first win of a home driver at the national finals. Elia Velico in 2nd place, hanging on against Cassidy Southall. It's easy to forget those guys were fighting over 2nd place. They only crossed the line 3/10 apart, so it was a great fight over 2nd place. Kept it nice and clean, which is what we like to see. Not too many penalties being handed out, not too many warnings being handed out. These drivers so far, they're behaving, but as we head towards the next stage of the competition, we get to the semi-finals, more things are at stake, and that could change.